Hey, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of the Teal Corner Podcast. Again, love you guys. Thanks for sticking with us. Kat, how you doing?
Hey, how was the week?
It was good. Was able to salvage the holiday after that Christmas Eve beatdown that we suffered in Raymond James Stadium. That was crazy. Weren't we down like 30-0 at one point or something
Yeah.
ridiculous?
It was ridiculous.
Bro, the Buccaneers are middle of the pack. Like, how are we
Oh,
getting blew out by middle of the pack teams? Uh, yeah,
their
we'll get.
defense is so bad too. Like, sorry, Buccaneers, but I mean, that's I'm right. I mean,
Yeah,
I know
we'll
our
jump
defense
into
sucks
that.
too, but their defense is also bad.
Yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. What are your thoughts about the game, the Christmas Eve beatdown?
Um, I have a lot of thoughts. Um my biggest thought is it's just kind of like the Browns game for me. Um, I don't think Trevor should have played the Browns game. I thought it was too close for him coming back to an injury. And so I thought that he should have sat that game and should have rested. And maybe I don't think we win the Browns game with CJ Beathard, by the way. Like don't get it twisted. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just think we still would have lost the game. But then that way your starting quarterback kind of gets a little bit of rest and can come back and doesn't get beat up against the Browns and the Ravens. He got a concussion against the Ravens. And then it's like he looked like he was playing injured the entire Buccaneers game. Like it looked like an injured quarterback. So it was kind of like the same thing for me with the Bucs game where it was like, why is he playing? If we're gonna go out and be down 30 to nothing with our franchise quarterback in the game, just put in CJ Beathard at that point. He can do that. He can get down 30 to nothing to the Buccaneers. You know, you don't need to kill your franchise quarterback because that's what's happening. He has four different injuries this year that are all because his O line sucks. You got the knee, you've got the ankle because his O lineman literally stepped on his ankle, a concussion because he was getting freaking sacked every 5 seconds in the Ravens game, even though we did play the Ravens. Like in hindsight, did we play the Ravens a little bit better? Yeah. Okay, we did.
Yeah,
But we still lost and he got hurt. And then he injures his throwing arm because he's escaping the pocket again against the Buccaneers because the O line fucking sucks. And I'm sorry, but at what point are you kind of telling your quarterback you don't care about him? Like, I don't know. I'm so over everybody that knows me knows I hate Trent Baalke. Like, I don't understand why is the offensive line not something that is being addressed? Why are you just letting your quarterback stand back there, your franchise quarterback stand back there and get killed every single game? It's gonna be like he's gonna end up like Andrew Luck where he has to retire early. And I don't want that for Trevor Lawrence. I want him to have a really long career here in Jacksonville and win championships and go to like the AFC championship every year. Like that's what I want for him as a quarterback. That's what he deserves. And like the Buccaneers game was just the perfect example of he can't do everything. And I feel like everyone like expects him to do everything, but it's like he's one person on this offense. If the rest of the offense fails around him, then what do you expect? Like, did he have the cleanest game on Sunday? No. But did he play as absolutely awful as everyone is making it out to be? Also, no. So, like, there were bad moments in the Buccaneers game, but if you actually go back and like watch that game, there's more of the offense just completely letting him down than it is just him being awful the whole time.
yeah, a lot was said there.
Sorry.
Yeah, a lot of accurate takes on that one. Yeah, this is Trent Baalke's third year as the Jaguars GM. How do you not have a competent offensive line in place by now? It's a little shocking. Um, I wouldn't say he failed to address it. He just missed. Like he swung and he missed. The Cam Robinson extension didn't hit. The Brandon Sheriff signing didn't hit. The Luke Fortner third round draft pick didn't hit. The Anton Harrison pick so far looks like a hit. The Walker Little second round draft pick, the jury's still out on that. He's not terrible. He's not a bad tackle by any means. It's a lot worse tackles in the NFL, but it's just looking like maybe he's just an average tackle. We've had average tackle play from Cam for years. People have been like begging to upgrade from Cam before the extension. Like people were just saying, just honestly let him walk, right? And then Trent Baalke went and signed him to this pretty lucrative deal. Cam's been above average, since that deal. He's been pretty good. He's back this week. We'll see. Is Cam really playing like a bookend left tackle? No. There's probably, 10 guys that's better. I don't know. It's just Trent Baalke, I think, honestly, we have to move on from him this offseason. The draft class, you never really want to judge a rookie draft class on their rookie year or judge any draft class on their rookie year, but this Jaguars class can't even get on the field. It's so bad. Like, your second round draft pick and Brent Strange when healthy. At best, he's a blocker. You can draft a blocking tight end in the 5th round and come in and block. Like, what the fuck was that? And then, what the fuck was that? And then the 3rd round draft pick, Tank Bigsby. You can't even trust him to be on the field. He's lost all trust in the coaching staff. They literally tried to force him to stay out there after error after error after error, and eventually came to a point where it was like, okay, no more. Like, he literally played so bad, you said, I cannot trust him with the ball. That's how bad your draft picks has been. 4th round draft pick, Ventrell Miller, IR. Well, we have Lacey seeing the field. Not really many splashes. He's making a couple solid plays when he's in there, but you've hardly seen any flashes from him. Antonio Johnson looks pretty good. He looks pretty damn good. The lowest on the team in passer rating allowed when targeted. He had another good game this last week. Trey Hearn is not playing bad though, but he got beat early.
He did.
He got beat early in the last matchup here on Sunday. So I don't know. Tyson Campbell's getting fucking cooked. Like, we're just in a bad place right now, and I'm not sure how we have so much regression when we brought back 20 of 22 starters.
Yeah.
How do you get worse bringing back almost your entire team with the offseason with plenty of cap space? Like, how the fuck do you go backwards?
It's a great question.
I'm just seriously
it makes no sense at all.
If we lose these next 2 games and have a worse record than last year, someone has to get fired.
Oh, absolutely.
Someone has to get fucking fired. And I know Shad Khan does not love firing people we've seen him stick with, Doug Marrone and all these guys
Gus
for
Bradley.
a while. Yeah, oh my God. But like at some point, Shad, and he bragged so hard this offseason about how he finally got it right, how he finally has the people in place, how he finally has a sustainable team in place. If he has to blow that shit up again, like, bad on him. Like, he's gonna look like one of the worst owners in the NFL because he continues to make bad hire after fucking bad hire. He hasn't had a good hire yet outside of Doug Peterson, and the jury's still out on that one. This team looks poorly coached. They can't tackle. How the fuck are we still having miscommunications with the quarterback and the receivers in week 16?
Yeah, the excuse is going to be that Trevor hasn't been practicing with the team. That's what the excuse is going to be, even though that's bullshit.
But he's literally communicating the hand signals. He's literally like looking at the receivers, giving them the hand signal, and they're still fucking it up.
Yeah.
Like, this is a poorly coached team. Still got a lot of pre-snap penalties. still not executing the plays well. Like, how the fuck can we not run the plays well? Bro, it's week 16 with a Super Bowl winning head coach. How the
Yeah,
fuck can he not get his team to run the play?
it's a great question. Again.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm getting real suspect of Doug Peterson right now. The defense is abysmal. Like, yeah, the defense is just bad. Like, do you remember in the what is it, the state of the franchise press conference that they do after the end of every season when they say it's like after the season ends, like 2 weeks later, like, hey, looking back, what could you improved on this season? And even in the beginning of this offseason, the only thing Doug said they can improve on was pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. He said it out his fucking mouth before the season began. What did they do?
Nothing.
Draft your Sir Abdullah?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Literally nothing.
I
I think
literally
that's his
almost
name.
forgot his name because it's so fucking irrelevant. I know his first name is Yasir.
Yeah, I think it's Abdullah. That sounds right. But who
Yeah,
knows?
like,
We could both be wrong.
but he had like 2 sacks in the preseason. They're like, fuck you, buddy. You're never seeing the field.
Yeah.
That's all they did to and re-signed DeJuan Smoot.
Yeah.
Who has what, like maybe a sack since this season, since he came back from the Achilles injury?
Yeah.
What in the fuck were they doing? Like, if your number
question.
one priority is pass rush, how the fuck do you not address it? I'm asking. Like, how do you not address it?
That's a great question. Like, I mean, it's what we talked about last week, where it was a 9-8 team. They did not address any of the issues, and now they're expecting the same group of people with less talent, honestly, because you got rid of Arden Key, and some other people, and you expected it to be a different outcome. The fact that we got 8 wins is a miracle, and it's because of Trevor Lawrence. It is. Like, I mean, you can try to be like, oh, well, the defense was good at the beginning of the year. And it's like,
Yeah, he struggled in a couple of those wins, though, to be fair.
yeah.
But yeah. If we had CJ Beathard starting all year, this would be a fucking
Right.
3-win team. We'll be
Oh,
down
yeah.
there with the Panthers, bro.
Yeah. Which, I mean, can we even beat the Panthers this week? Who knows? Not me.
Yeah, so how do you feel about the defense last week? I know we spoke a lot about the offense in there and up to two, but how do you feel about the defense last week?
Um, well, they gave up 30 points to Baker Mayfield, which, okay, not in their defense, because fuck the defense right now. But I was worried about Mike Evans, and that ended up being something that I needed to be worried about because he's just such a good player. He's going to get the ball. He's going to make plays. He's just he's that player. But yeah, you can't turn the ball over 3 times. I mean, that's why we lost the game. Like, you obviously you want the defense to stop them, but if you're going to turn the ball over 3 times and you're going to let the other team get 21 points off turnovers, you're not winning the game ever. So, I don't know. I feel like it was just kind of like a piss poor outing all around on Sunday. It was like the entire team just decided not to show up. It was like, no. It was like the whole AFC South just took that weekend off, actually, because they all played like garbage, every single AFC South team. This was like
Yeah,
the game that the Jags really needed to win because the Colts and the Texans lost.
yeah.
But
And the shitty part for me is, excuse my language.
it's fine.
How does Doug Peterson not have these guys fucking
Ready?
chewing on the door handle ready to get out there?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not have your team fired up to play this game given the circumstances? Seriously, like, how the fuck does the defense literally come out there that soft? They drove right down the fucking field like a knife through hot butter.
Yeah.
The defense was bad from the fucking start, okay? Yes, the offense struggled and they didn't put up points early. Obviously, we fucking know that. But the defense was not that good either.
Yeah, I agree. Why are you yelling at me for?
No, I'm just fucking on the heater right now. Chris Godwin was killing us on key downs.
Oh, yeah.
All those,
Those were
like,
the
he
two
was just
people. I was worried
He was
about.
just cooking the fuck out of Trey Herndon on third downs. And then they just rotated, taking turns abusing Tyson Campbell.
It was really bad.
Andre Cisco was a non-factor until they fucking pulled him. Like, it was just bad. I don't know what the fuck happened with Cisco and Tyson this year. Cisco's still going to the Pro Bowl. He's had a solid year. He's had a pretty damn good year. He was great when healthy. Just kind of
Yes.
tapered off on the back end due to some injuries. Cisco gets the pass. Tyson has been mid really all year.
Yes.
Kind of from the start, to be honest. And we kind of gave him a pass. Buster Brown also isn't that great either. So I think and I argue with people when they said the Jaguars. I think it was like the Bengals week. We had like the 30th ranked pass defense. They're like, oh, your corners suck. And I'm like, no, like Tyson's coming back. We got a lot of good corners. No, they legitimately are very mid. Like Darius Williams was on the heater and that shit's cooled off.
Yeah.
Like he's no longer on the heater.
He's been getting mossed.
Yeah, he's been solid though.
Yeah. Didn't he get mossed in the Tampa Bay game?
Bro, he's gotten mossed.
That's somebody else. Somebody did.
Yeah, no, he got.
Was.
I'm pretty sure that was him that got mossed again this week. He's been getting mossed so bad. He's like 5'9", but yeah, yeah, I think the defense is just bad. Devin Lloyd was horrible in coverage. Oh my god, great against the run though.
Yes,
I told you guys Rachaad White was a key factor to watch. He had a solid outing. Like
he did.
They literally beat us with 3 players, and it's so fucking sad because you knew it was coming. Like, why would you not bracket Mike Evans? You know, just do like a lot of teams do. Bracket the top 2 guys, double cover them, and make everybody else beat you.
Yep.
Mike Caldwell, fucking hello.
Yeah.
You know Todd Bowles. Like, I'm just fucking over the shit, honestly. Like,
that was really bad.
It's just a bad outing. But yeah, let's flip the page. Let's speak on the upcoming game against the Panthers. What are you kind of expecting in this game, and how do you think it kind of goes?
Well, I'm really not happy that Trevor cannot play. If you hadn't have run your franchise quarterback into the ground and like freaking fed him to the wolves behind that trashy line, we wouldn't be in this predicament. You know, I don't think he should have played. I don't think he should have played. And he looked like he was playing injured. He didn't look 100%, and it really bothered me. And then they just let him out there. And then like CBS, I think, was like the website that like published that awful picture of him. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, is he just like getting another concussion in that picture? Because that's what it looks like. Like this poor man. And oh god, it just pisses me off. And now CJ Beathard is playing on Sunday. And I honestly can't tell if this is like a we don't respect the Panthers playing CJ Beathard thing, or if this is a okay, our season's over thing. Like, I don't really know. If you can't beat, no offense if you're a Panthers fan, but you've only won 2 games, so I'm gonna say this about you. But if you can't beat the 2-win Panthers, you have no business going to the playoffs anyway. And I don't know at this point with the way they're playing, I don't know if they can beat them. I would like for the defense to actually like show up and make Bryce Young look like, you know, Bryce Young, but he scored 30 points last week.
Their offense sucks though. Their offense
they
sucks.
do. They do. So like I feel like we'll have to try really, really hard to lose this game, but we can do it if we try. And I would like for that to not happen. So I don't know. CJ Beathard is like not good. Sorry, CJ Beathard. But you're not good. He says he's only won like 2 games as a starter. Like, sorry. But so I need the rest of the team to like rally around him and win a game. You're playing the worst team in the NFL. You have to win this game. Honestly, you have to win the next two. The Panthers and the
Yeah.
Titans
Oh
are not
yeah.
good. They're both bad. Because this is not like last year, because the Titans kind of were looking like they were going to be like us of last year, but they're eliminated from playoff contention now.
Yeah.
So they're going to be looking to just ruin our season for fun.
Oh yeah, we ruined theirs last year. They want
Yeah,
payback. Absolutely. They're waiting on
exactly.
that shit. Yeah.
Exactly. So, it's a division game. It's not going to be easy. Division games are not easy. And I don't even know at this point. I don't know how bad Trevor's injury is. So it's like, is he out for the rest of the season? Can he play against the Panthers and the Titans? Because if CJ Beathard plays both of those games, we're probably going to lose one, in my opinion, anyway. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe the team will like actually be like, oh, we're better than these teams. We'll win. Oh gosh.
Yeah, if you can't beat Will Levis and
Bryce
fucking
Young.
Bryce Young Panthers, yeah, you probably do not deserve to go to the playoffs. And if you do,
No.
you're gonna have a first round fucking exit. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
you
make that
are.
very clear.
I mean, at this point, it looks like if the playoffs happen today, the team we would play would be the Browns.
The Browns,
We
yeah.
would lose to them again.
Ah,
Absolutely, I think so.
yeah,
Maybe
I don't think
not.
so.
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
I think we'll
They
get
they
them the
play
next time.
better
We played
in
them tough.
Cleveland. We
Yeah,
did. And they do play better in Cleveland. They're like the opposite of us, except
yeah,
they're like the opposite of us at the beginning of the year.
yeah. I
Not
was about to say
now.
we're
Because
losing
right now
everybody
we're
now.
just
Road,
stuck.
home,
Right?
yeah,
And now we're just bad all around. But at the beginning of the year, we played better away. And Cleveland does the opposite where they actually show up at home, which makes
yeah,
more sense. That's the games you should win. So good
yeah.
on Cleveland for winning home games. Must be nice. I don't know
Yeah,
what
and if you
that's like.
yeah, and we played a lot of those playoff teams tough. We played the Ravens tough. We played the Browns competitive. We played the Chiefs competitive. Like a lot of teams going to the playoffs, we did good against.
Yeah.
We just sucked against the shitty teams, which is crazy to think. But yeah,
uh,
as far as this game, DJ Chark was on a heater last week. I love Chark personally, but it's fuck him this week. Hope he has a shitty game.
yes, me too.
Adam Thielen, he's a pretty good receiver. I mean, he's Adam Thielen. Like he's made a name
Yeah.
for himself at this point of his career. LaVisca, I think he's on IR. They have a lot of guys out on their offense, a lot of weapons that's kind of out on IR or just, not playing right now. Their defense, though, is pretty solid. They've had one of the top 10 defenses this entire year. Derek Brown is probably the best, maybe second best interior player right now as far as against the run. Pass rushing numbers, not so much. Brian Burns has been hurt, kind of having a rough year for him. I think he has like 6.5 sacks. Missed a lot of time too, but yeah, they don't get after the passer that well. So I wish this was a game Trevor Lawrence was playing because their corners suck and
Yeah.
they don't rush the passer well. So if you give Trevor Lawrence time, he's going to eat you up.
Yeah.
Pause. But yeah, that's why I wish Trevor was playing. But CJ Beathard, I think they kind of go for the dink and dunk offense, kind of what we saw early in the year. Keep the
Mm-hmm.
chains moving. Let's get some field goals. Let's, try to punch it in when we get to the red zone and let's just play good defense. I think that's what they're going with. If the defense shows up and literally holds them to under 20 points, I think we have a chance. If the
Same.
defense doesn't show up and it's a shootout, I don't like our chances. Just due to all the lack of chemistry, our O-line issues, lack of run game production. We have fucking Travis Etienne and we can't run the ball to save our lives.
It's crazy.
To save our lives, we cannot run the ball.
Well, and that's like the biggest difference. If you look at the Jaguars, Jaguars, whatever. If you look at the beginning of the season, even
Mm-hmm.
though our run game was still shitty, we still like never abandoned the run. And he would eventually kind of like have some like breakout runs. And we won those games.
Yeah.
And now it's like they're like Chris Taylor's like, oh, the run's not working. And Travis Etienne just keeps hitting walls because the O-line can't block for fuck whatever. And he's not getting any more touches. And it's like he has to have like a ton of touches on Sunday for us to win this game. Like it needs to be a very heavy like ETN game. in
The bad
my opinion.
Yeah, the bad part about that is the Panthers are pretty solid against the run.
I know.
So it's like,
They gotta
this
figure
isn't
it
one of those
out. They gotta
matchups where you
figure it
want to
out.
bang their head against the door. Yeah.
They gotta
Luke
figure it
Fortner.
out somehow. Fuck Luke Fortner. I hate him.
Yeah, Luke Fortner's a
Sorry.
terrorist.
I
Luke
hate
Fortner's
him.
yeah, Luke Fortner's literally a terrorist. Brandon McManus, bro.
Oh,
He legit sucks.
boo.
Like, make your kicks, bro.
For
Oh
real.
my God.
He
The amount
missed
of
another
points
one
he's
in
cost the
Tampa.
team. Yes.
Yeah,
He
right?
keeps
Okay.
missing. Like, the amount of points he's cost his team this year, he should be fined that many thousands of dollars, bro.
I agree. Absolutely.
He has struggled so bad in his last like 10 kicks. It's ridiculous. It's so bad.
It's
He
really
was just
bad.
on like he missed like 4 of his last 6, and I don't even know what the fuck he's at now because I haven't seen him make one in a minute. It feels like at least
Yeah.
one that felt good. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him to make a game tying or game winning kick right now. This week or
Exactly.
next week or in the playoffs. I just don't trust him.
Same.
They
Absolutely
had
same.
they brought in, one of our old friends for a workout this week at kicker. Don't know if they make a move. I think it's probably more of a get him in the building. Let's see how his legs looking. Keep tabs on him. If McManus struggles again next week, maybe let's pull the trigger. I think they don't want to really disrupt the chemistry right now because it is week 17. You know what I mean? So I think they kind of want to keep things in balance. But if he's just going to keep missing his fucking kicks, bro,
For real.
please
My
just fucking go for it every fourth down on the plus side of the field. Honestly, just fucking go for it every time. But yeah, I think, like you said, looking at last year, the run game, it wasn't amazing. Travis, hit over 1,000 on the ground, but he broke some big ones. Like the Houston Texans game at NRG last year, you saw him get loose and bust a big one. The 4th-and-1 play on the playoffs,
Yeah.
right? Where we needed it. Like, we ran the ball so many times. Like, Hasty broke a big one on like a 3rd and 4th-and-1 last year. Like, we've had so many big plays come from the run game last year that resulted in touchdowns where we've been struggling to throw passing touchdowns this year. Where's the rushing touchdowns at? We were on a good pace to start the year. We kept giving it ETN in the red zone and he was scoring.
Yeah.
Now we get
And
to
we
the
were
red zone
winning
and they're
those
like,
games.
yeah, we get to the red zone now and they're like, fuck Travis ETN.
Literally. It doesn't make any sense.
They're like, let's just throw a bunch of incompletions. Fuck ETN, bro.
And it pisses me off because, like, oh, God. We have a great quarterback and a great running back, and the offensive line is it's like they don't care. They're like ruining Etienne and Trevor Lawrence's like prime years because they don't want to get an offensive line. What is wrong with you? Fix it.
We have a great tight end too.
Yeah. Ingram.
Evan Ingram is fucking him. He have an amazing season. Gonna be the first. He's gonna lead the team. Well, he's already leading a season record for a tight end in receptions for the Jaguars history. A couple more catches to go to get past Jimmy. But he may do it. Like,
I think he
this guy
might.
may have the most receptions in the season in Jaguars history. We'll see how he does the last 2 weeks. If he keeps going on these 8-9 catch games, he'll get there. Just amazing, man. Like, that contract was great. He's out producing the guys that got the similar contracts as him this last offseason. He's out producing them significantly. He's going to the Pro Bowl.
Yes, I agree.
So yeah, just shout out to Evan Ingram, man. Great guy. Every game I go to, you see him in the pregame. He's the first on the fucking field. He's wearing those like glasses with the lights and catching tennis balls, like working on his craft. He's a hard working dude, man. So shout out to Ingram. Love Trev, man. He's going through a rough patch right now. So are a lot of other quarterbacks too. Like, if you look at the stats, Flacco's kind of been better than Mahomes the last 4 weeks. So it's not necessarily the quarterbacks. There's a lot of shit going on around him too.
Well, Mahomes
Jaguars
is
are,
kind of having the same issues that Trevor's having, but
yeah.
you don't hear about how horrible Mahomes is because he's Mahomes. He gets, he's the best quarterback in the league. So
Yeah.
you don't hear about that. And it's just like, okay, like literally the best quarterback in the league is having the same issues Trevor Lawrence is right now, and look what's happening. They
Mm-hmm.
can't win. Their offense sucks. His receivers don't catch ball. Like it's just you can't do anything when the offensive the quarterback can only elevate the team so much. And you're
They
seeing
can,
that right now in Kansas City.
yeah, elite quarterbacks do mask a lot of issues. We've seen
They
that
do.
in the previous years there. Um, this year, there's still some elite quarterbacks masking some issues, but it's getting a couple teams getting exposed. So,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where, if you don't have that elite supporting cast, you kind of you're prone to get exposed at some point.
Oh yeah.
Jaguars are doing a damn good job masking that at 8-3 with this supporting cast, and when people figure that shit out, it's the NFL. Those coaches get paid on other team. They're going to
Mm-hmm.
game plan against your strengths. And if they can, make you run a lot of plays that are your weaknesses and, make you lean on your weaknesses, then you're going to struggle. So just disappointed that Doug Peterson and Press Taylor can't out scheme teams.
Yeah.
They can't out coach teams. We hardly ever have receivers running wide open. Shout out to Elijah Cooks. He finally got in there and, was doing his thing. Had a
And then
bad drop too, but overall, he had a pretty solid day in the first half. And in the second half, they just didn't throw him the ball. It was like, oh, yeah, no, we want to go to Calvin Ridley.
yep. Make it make sense.
It was like, yeah, we want to get Ridley going. So let's not throw the ball to the guy getting separation and catching the ball. Let's just force it to Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
Yeah, we deserve to lose.
We do. Well, maybe, CJ Beathard will be what we need. It's been like a really heavy backup quarterback year.
Yeah.
This has just been a really bad year for quarterback injuries. And I'm so mad that ours has four, four different injuries. Oh, it makes me so mad. That is not your franchise quarterback shouldn't have four different injuries in the season.
Yeah, and it's kind of a string of bad luck, but it's some of it you can directly tell those plays resulted from poor line play too.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I think Trevor's going to play. Week 18. I think listening to Ian Rappaport and a lot of the guys reporting on it, it sounds like more like a coach's decision type of deal. Like, probably should just rest him overall because next week odds are your season's on the line, do or die. So
Yeah.
don't even risk him playing this week because if that shit gets worse against the Panthers, he's not playing next week. And that's going to be literally the guy to have a game regardless. So I
Yeah.
think that's why they're sitting him. Yeah, it was kind of a lot of things coming out because, like Doug said, he would practice in a limited capacity on Wednesday. He didn't practice. He was listed as did not practice at all.
Mm-hmm.
DNP. So maybe he still went through some individual drills and still got listed as DNP. It's a lot of different ways that thing can work, but
Yeah.
yeah, Trevor, we need you week 18. CJ
Please.
Beathard, please hold the ship down. We
Please. I'm
need
sorry I said
one.
you were bad. I don't mean it. I love you.
Yeah, I don't love you, but we need
I
one win.
just win
One
us one
win.
game.
You're two
Please.
and 10 as a starter. Please don't fucking suck for 1 week, bro.
Please.
That's all we ask of you. All right, quick score predictions. What you got?
Okay. I am gonna pick the Jags to win because if you don't beat the Panthers, that's just unacceptable. So I'm gonna say we win 20 to like 17.
Oh, you got a close one. I got the Jags going 28. I got the Panthers going 14. 2 touchdown victory. We're about to cruise on to week 18.
But that's what should happen.
That's what's going to happen. I have faith this week. I can't afford anything else. There is an opportunity to clinch the division this week. If the Colts lose and the Texans lose, Jags win, we own the division.
Okay.
So let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do
Hopefully,
it.
week 18 won't even matter. If we want to sit Trevor, we can sit him because we already clinched and we're headed to the playoffs. let's hope for the best.